Hi Jose, it's me, Howard. I feel like you said, like I'm talking to myself, and I took your advice, and I made a Word document with a couple of notes so I don't forget anything, but I'll probably still stumble and ramble on and stuff like that. So just be prepared that, I don't know, my video probably won't be as long as yours, I don't know, but I do talk, which you know, so forever. Okay, so I even saved books from the library so that I could have a visual, and this is the book I read, which is Hollywood is Like High School with Money by Zoe Dean, which we love her, from the A-List, which I gotta reread that series, because I got lost after, I stopped reading it after, the 10th book or something. But anyway, it's about a girl named Taylor Henning, and she's 24, and she is from Ohio, and she goes out to Hollywood because she's always wanted to make movies her entire life. And she gets a job as a second assistant, which is there's the big shot person, the first assistant, which helps, I think, and reads scripts and stuff, and there's a second assistant that does a lot of crap work, I think. I don't know, I don't even know what I'm talking about. That's just what the book said. But yeah, they have to answer phones and stuff like that and get her coffee and do, the grunt work. So she gets a second assistant and at this big shot movie studio, and she feels really out of place, because, Ohio's a lot different from California, so it's kind of like the typical move to Hollywood, try to make it kind of story, but it's really different, though, because she wants to make movies, be behind the camera, be a director and stuff. She doesn't want to be, in them, actresses and stuff, and so, that's why I liked it, too, because it was different. It was a lot different than a lot of other stuff that I read, and, so the first assistant, her name's Kylie, and she really, she loves to sabotage Taylor, because, she's just a jerk. And so, she tells her, to go to the wrong house and stuff like that, and, she's really mean. And so, what happens is the big shot, Iris, she has a daughter, Quinn, who's 16, and, what's her name? Oh, Taylor. I read this, 2 weeks ago, so I'm trying to remember, because I read another book in between this one, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't get it mixed up. So, oh my gosh, what was I talking about? Oh my gosh, my life. Taylor, okay, so Taylor goes to Quinn, Iris's daughter, her boss's daughter, who's 16, and because she's the mean girl, and she knows all the ins and outs, because obviously her mom's the big shot, So she talks to her, and she's all can you help me get back at Kylie and stuff like that, and so they come together, and they do, these plans. She helps her out, and she gives her, little tidbits of information, and it's a really good book. I don't want to, I know if I keep talking, I'm going to end up, telling the whole story and be oh, and this is what happens at the end, and all that stuff, so it's I don't really know where to stop, because I don't want to give anything away, because, it's so good. I give it 5 out of 5, because I'm really picky with books sometimes, and, I don't, with movies, I'm more lenient, because it's, I can see it, and, especially, biased if I like the person in it, like you said with Miley, and it's, yeah, so this was, I only give, 5 stars out of 5, just so you know, I know we look at each other's, book list rating things all the time, but, if I give it a 5 out of 5, that's, oh my gosh, such a good book, so different, good, and if it's, 4, it's, it was good, but, I wouldn't reread it, so 5 is probably, I'd reread it, it's really good, I want to buy this book, it's really good, so, anyway, yeah, you should read it, and especially since we love Zoe Dean, she's so good, with the A-List and everything, and this book is just so different, and it has a really cute ending, and it's a happy story, not like the last song, not like Nicholas Sparks. You're not going to cry. You might laugh. So, yeah. So, I don't know how long the video is. It might be 10 minutes. I don't know. It feels like I've been sitting here for a while. But I miss you. And, oh my gosh, when I was watching your video, this is totally off topic, but it was like you were sitting in front of me. I was oh, because it was you were here again, kind of, because I was oh my gosh. So, yeah. So, this is fun. I love this idea. And like you said, I don't remember who did it, but whoever did it, idea. We have good ideas. And I love us, and I love you. Okay. Hope you like my review. Bye.